Okay, so today we're talking Cupid.
Cupid.
You know, wings, arrows, the whole Valentine's Day mascot thing.
Right.
But we're going deep, way beyond the heart-shaped boxes. Turns out this guy's got a history, mythology, symbolism, even some psychology mixed in there.
It's wild how his image has stuck around, you know? I mean, centuries. You see him in these old paintings, Renaissance era.
Oh, yeah.
And then, bam, he's in like every targeted ad you get online.
That's true.
To me, that says something about Cupid's still got a hold on us deep down.
More than just cheesy romance novels then, huh?
Way more.
So basics first. Is it Cupid or Eros? Like, are they the same dude?
Excellent question. And this is where it gets cool. We use them interchangeably a lot, but there's distinctions.
Okay.
Eros, the Greek myth. He's primal power. Like some depictions, he's born from chaos itself. Love, but not just romantics. The whole concept.
So Eros is like the OG love guru.
Exactly. Now, Romans, they liked Eros, brought him into their pantheon, but gave him a makeover.
Oh.
Became Cupid. That's when we get the shift from mighty god to, well, kind of chubby baby with Eros.
Interesting. So Romans were into, what, cherubs, rebranding. What's the takeaway there?
Maybe more nuanced than that.
Yeah.
See, this powerful god to playful kid thing could mean how they saw love differently. Romans compared to the Greeks. Maybe love was lighter to them, whimsical, something to enjoy, not just this huge, overwhelming force.
So as Cupid's image changes, so does what love means.
You got it. And it keeps going. Throughout history, he's in art, literature, pop culture, always adapting.
Oh, like how, give me an example. How was Cupid shown during, like, the Renaissance?
Okay, picture this. Renaissance. Artists obsessed with beauty. Ideal forms, right?
Right.
Cupid's this graceful figure, almost androgynous, hanging out with nymphs, gods, embodying passionate love. Unattainable, almost.
He went from cherub to, like, heartthrob status.
Totally.
And now, bam, back to the baby face on chocolates, dating apps, you name it.
Full circle, right? It's wild.
That it is. So, we've got this complex character, tons of makeovers. But can we talk about the love arrows?
The arrows, sure.
Because honestly, shooting someone to make them fall in love,
Bit extreme.
even for a god.
Yeah, maybe not the best way to win someone over, literally shooting them.
Right.
But keep in mind, mythology, it's symbolic.
Okay, so the arrows aren't just literal archery.
Exactly. Way deeper meaning there.
Like listening, if you break it down.
All right, so the bow, that's intention. Like Cupid's choosing to aim, right?
Makes sense.
Then the arrow, that's the path love takes, which we all know.
Rarely a straight line.
You got it.
Yeah.
But there's more to it than that. You got golden arrows and leaden ones.
Oh, yeah. I read about that. Different effects, right?
Totally. Golden arrow, that's the good stuff. Passion, can't keep your hands off each other kind of love.
Definitely the ones you want Cupid aiming your way.
For sure. But then you get the leaden arrows.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, those are the opposite. They cause aversion, even hate.
Yikes. Talk about mixed signals.
Right. It's like Cupid's playing both sides.
I guess that's where love-hate relationship comes from. But before we get totally off track, let's talk about Cupid's style evolution.
You mean how he's depicted visually?
Yeah. Not just his, like, personality, but his whole look has changed over time, hasn't it?
Totally. From powerful god to that playful cherub.
Yeah.
Graceful youth even. And it's still going on today. People reinterpret him all the time.
It's true. Sometimes he's a baby, sometimes more of a mischievous kid. And then other times, almost angelic, more mature. Is there a right one?
It's interesting, right? Those changes show us how we see love differently over time, how we depict it. Like, take the Renaissance. Cupid's often this elegant figure, kind of androgynous even.
Right.
Reflects what they valued back then, beauty, those ideal forms.
And now it's all cherubs and cuteness, especially with all the Valentine stuff.
Exactly. Makes you think, have we oversimplified things? Lost the nuance of what love really is for something easy to sell?
Like, we want the fairy tale, but then real life happens and it's, well, not as picture perfect.
Exactly. There's one more visual thing that always gets me about how he's shown. It ties into that.
What's that?
Okay, so Cupid, often he's kind of chubby, right? Baby fat, the whole deal.
Yeah.
But he can fly. That contrast, the chubbiness and the soaring,
Yeah.
it's symbolic, don't you think?
Oh, okay. Like, love can weigh you down, but also lift you up at the same time.
You got it.
Yeah.
Love can ground you, make you feel secure, but it can also make you feel like anything's possible. And Cupid embodies both.
It's kind of like love has gravity, you know, but it can make you defy gravity too.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about this mythical figure, the makeovers, the arrows, the whole deal. But how does this all play into the real world? Because Cupid's everywhere these
Oh,
days.
yeah. Inescapable. Valentine's Day especially. You can't turn around without seeing him. And that brings up this whole Cupid effect thing.
Cupid effect.
Right, like how much does his image actually affect us in the 21st century, I mean?
Okay, I like that. So give me some examples. Where's Cupid showing up in our lives that we might not even realize?
Well, think about it. Diamond rings, those ads for romantic getaways, even just a heart-shaped box of chocolates.
Okay.
That's all using Cupid's image, right? To tap into wanting love, that connection.
True. And it's not just the stuff we buy, it's like how we date, relationships, even how we see ourselves.
100%. And that's where it gets really thought-provoking.
Yeah.
I mean, are we so used to seeing love as this perfect, idealized thing, thanks to Cupid, that we miss out on what it's really like?
You're saying because we're chasing the fairy tale. Real relationships can't measure up.
Right. Real love, it's messy. It's got compromises and arguments about the dishes. It's not always going to be those Cupid-approved grand gestures.
So is it Cupid's fault then? If we have unrealistic expectations about love?
I wouldn't put all the blame on Cupid. He's just a myth, after all. But it's worth thinking about, right?
Yeah.
Especially how his image gets used, all commercialized. Are we after something that doesn't even exist?
Because we're so busy looking for those Cupid moments, we might miss the actual good stuff, even if it's less flashy.
You got it. Sometimes the best love stories aren't the ones with the most arrows flying around. They're quieter, about showing up every day, being there through thick and thin.
I like that. So maybe it's about finding that balance, appreciating what Cupid represents, all that history, the symbolism, but also being real, you know? Love is complicated. It's not always going to be a Valentine's Day card come to life.
Perfectly said.
So after this whole deep dive, has Cupid been overrated all along? Is he just a mascot for selling stuff?
That is the big question. And I don't think there's one right answer. But here's my take. Cupid, even with all the commercial stuff, he still represents something we all want, you know, that need to connect with someone, to love and be loved.
So maybe his power isn't making us love, but reminding us that we're capable of it, even if it doesn't come with a box of chocolates.
Exactly. And that's a pretty powerful reminder, even if we have to figure out what it means for us individually.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, what a deep dive this has been. Big thanks to you for breaking it all down, all things Cupid. And to our listeners, we hope this episode has given you a fresh perspective on this age-old figure and what he means in today's world. Until next time.